Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you've not seen me before, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Liz or Lise, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. My streams, they're for more mature audiences, so please do keep that in mind as you watch this playthrough. Also, of course, too, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, enjoy! Let's go ahead and jump into Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It has been a little bit, but I'm excited all the same for what is to be here for us. Don't really know what to expect other than maybe some more quests for story with the island itself, because we learned a bit more about how important friendship is and how important it is to bring ones that we have made best friends with. But the question is, how many do we have to bring in order to prove and show that friendship? Also, I am curious, if I were to bring one of them to the island, how would the island feel, considering trust has been broken? But we shall see. Okay, so the blossoms are still around. Aro is visiting. Cappuccino is visiting. And of course, the dance hall is open. Strawberry crates. Where do we teleport? To Pom Pom Puddin! As Hello Kitty goes to dance hall. Most importantly. But hey there, I heard there's a Colorblaze carnival happening. Are there snacks? Roger Coco. No snacks, we're running Colorblaze challenges. It's magical. There could be more snacks. That sounds like fun. Want to run a Colorblaze challenge? No. I think I'll be your cheerleader instead. Go, go, Colorblaze Carnival! I will go. About the snacks. Thanks, Pom Pom Puddin. Remember, take a look at your map to find today's Colorblaze challenge and collect color powder for the Colorblaze event stand. So of course that has been going on, and of course we got that rounded out, you could say, in some ways. I think she was the last one I asked for as being a companion. There'll be some there'll be some Starfall later, but big challenges part 2 is of course the one thing that's there, which is interesting. But let's see, fun with flowers. So give Wish Me Well an item with the flower tag, and then get started, cook whatever your heart desires with the bread tag, and then customize a furniture piece with that tag. Kitchen, I'm not entirely sure, but I actually need Hello Kitty if I'm going to be doing some other things and stuff, but interesting all the same. I don't really know if there's anything more I really want to get with the petals, but there might be something to trade in my Melody shop, so that's why I'm out here collecting, out here watering as well, apparently, because it rained at some point. I'm all for it. Because then we need those to do trading too, and wasn't it like 50 or something? Oh, something ridiculous for the, good, I just want to see. Raincoat? But I didn't have enough for the raincoat. So, I'm gonna be going around doing the regular chores, as it were. Don't know how far I'll be actually really doing some of the chores, but I saw where the Colorblaze is. I'm not really sure what I want the knoll to collect, but was it seashells? Yeah. The sand dollars, really. So everyone right now... Yeah. So let's go to the dance hall. And then let's switch this up a little bit. So pretend that they're not in the ground dancing. Just pretend. But yes, it is lively. All the time. Same thing. Let's hang out. And then my melody is just gonna be here. So we're gonna give Hello Kitty, though, these 3. Hopefully we'll get to 22. That would be amazing. Or we could be really close to 22, and that would also be amazing, because that's how the game works. I'm just doing it the lazy way, but these are the final little bits for Ritsuko, so I don't really care too much. And then, yeah, you're on the journey for greatness as well. Any of these, really. So let's go ahead and do this. Because it has the flower tag. Get 4, of course. Star rating Aro. Oh my god, did we do it? That's really exciting. That's what I was doing. I want to say so. I don't have the one thing, but keep on going. We'll get to 12 one day. Defeat. Okay, so that made it easy that they were all here. And then there's a quest. Sorry, so we have at least, well, that's weird. It changed. Or that we completed, sorry, that quest. I'm seeing things. I'd looked in the wrong part. But yes, completed the quest. Sorry. It's shrunk. It's shrunken. Yes, you do hang up here. Okay, that's cool. See them branching out, that is. But, gotta go back here. Because these two don't go to the dance hall for their own reasons. It's fine. Don't need to go to a dance hall. At all. Rainbow Reef. I think that's where I need to fish. That means I need someone else with us. But I'm just gonna focus on this business. Worry about your quest later. Who should I take? That's always the hard part. How about I just take... I mean, I thought Batsumaru would be fine. So let's just take him. So left, right, bada bing, bada boom. Epic pranks. I wish I could change the tool inside, like just, you know, but I understand why you can't, because the only thing you can do inside is literally take the pictures, take the pictures. They're kind of there. That is so small. What? That's like almost non-existent. Oh, come on. Tiny kelp fin. I mean, I don't really know. Oh yeah, we also have some keys that we could use, which is cool. I don't want the tiny kelp fin. Fish that I really want is not interested, or I think I want. I mean, I could be totally mistaken. There we go. I mean, maybe. I don't really know. But yeah, I have specific places that I want to use the keys first. I think we have 9. So. There we go. Starry Snipe. And that is that. So, what I mean by that as well is if we look at weather, Celestries is done. So again, I find it really weird that they separated it like this, but feels good to have it done all the same. So we just have to wait for the other weather effects to be in place in that play. I don't really know how many times I would really want to fish it just because it's not super active or anything, but it's still pretty cool, I guess you could say. Since we do have them with us, although I hate this minigame, I might as well do it. But most importantly, let me switch to this, which I find really annoying, because if you're not on it, then you have to take the time to do it. So it's just like, what the hell, you know? Got you. It's fine. I'm always so close though. But it's fine. It's like at the end, they all gave up, but we get our stupid 5 eggs. And then again, if you were to complete it, you get 7, which is just like, wow, really? Gee, thanks. Not really super worth it to me. I mean, I get that the premise of it isn't difficult, but air quotes isn't difficult, but and especially if you have certain friends, but ugh, not my cup of tea. So, I just did it because it was free. Will you join me, Hello Kitty? Thank you so much. Because we gotta go. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to customize a piece, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't see how I could customize it. The right one. That is, but we'll get to 11 finally. The knoll is on a chest. We got the pink floor star crafting plans. Is it like a rug? You're free now, buddy. Oh my god, it was on the star freaking fruit. I promise you. Do not understand it. Oh my god. When you get blocked. Let's see if we can get to 12. Nope. We'll be close next time. Rip off. Alright, so we're gonna do this manually. That is explore, because I want to go to the 2 places. And again, I think that's bugged. But at least what I think is 2 places. But I know where they are. Air quotes, no. Who am I kidding? Do I really know? if anything really could appear back there. And I don't know how many chests there actually are. I don't know if it's gonna tell me. That's okay. There's nothing over there anymore, which is good. Yes, we could have fast traveled here, but I like taking the cloud. Okay, but here is one. We're gonna use one to unlock the radiant chest. I love the animation for it. And we get the dreamy chair. And then we can destroy it and it goes away. Okay, I don't think there was anything more here, so we're gonna ride the cloud. And then we're here with a machine that I don't use. Don't know how you do it. The depth perception always looks off, but I'm gonna go up here because of this radiant chest. Though I like calling it a mermaid chest more so. Coral keys, mermaid chests. I don't know, it made sense to me. We got ice cream overalls. It's a little unfortunate because I'm pretty sure I've gotten that already. But it's all in the timing, right, of when you play. Aha, and what you get as we get more. Star drops. It's freaking out. Alright, onward we go again. Okay, there is a piece of cheese over there. Don't know how I feel about it. That is attempting to get it, but you can always do it. Go up. Again, this one's a little bugged. And then that. Nothing over there. Of course, yes, we could fast travel here, but I didn't do that. And then this one. Spend one. Yes, please. I kind of wish, though, that for the count of how many you have, it would actually show it there so you would know. Instead of trying to keep track. But we got Memory Rush. Because, I mean, like, what if you came back? Like... After many of hours away, you weren't gaming, and then it's like, oh yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how I remember. I didn't look over that video. I am still in February. Almost to March. So... that puts into perspective where I'm at. I forget. Okay, well, there's this. I forget anything more is here. On this, I don't think so, but... Oh, nope, I totally lied to myself. There is. It's working overtime right now because it's active. Brain blast. More music. Interesting. Okay. And then... Oh, cool. And then... went right through the buddy. That's how you know we're cool. We're close. Oh my gosh, that was totally, we're not hovering whatsoever. Okay. So, I don't know how much I really care to get the cheese, but I think we basically got pretty much everywhere of what I wanted. Again, I have no idea since it didn't say anything about it, but nevertheless, I knew about those chests, so I feel pretty good about it. Let's go into the meadow and talk to Aro, since this is kind of a big achievement, isn't it? And of course we have I guess a lot to collect in here if I care. I decide where to explore today. I want to make sure I get to see everything while I'm here. Oh, by the way, I thought you might like this. I feel totally at home at this island, thanks to you. Would you mind if I lived in my visitor cabin forever? Yes, please stay. Oh, wonderful. I'll stay at my cabin forever, like a permanent vacation. If you need me to move out, please just ask. I will still visit again in the future. Heck yeah! So, that's part one, phase one of the many that need to be, actually, well, residences. Nope. Dance is over. Okay, that's fine by me. They can live on and prosper. I will not stop them. Pick them. Water them. The one thing is that we do have some that are further away that we want to pick too, since they're newer flowers. As for crafting though, with instructions, I want to do that too. I'm still bummed that Choco Cat has literally nothing to do with it. I know they're different things. Clearly not the same thing. But, I mean, they're kind of the same thing. But, it's fine. I guess. It's really interesting how and when the flowers show up. Maybe that's why I got not the flowers I wanted. I saw others. Possibilities are endless. Alright. Time to still go the proper way. Now, watering versus collecting. What would I really want? Honestly, I probably would want both. But, it's okay. Nice. New one. Yeah. I was trying to pick the thing up. Telling me about the friendship. Oops. Dang it. There we go. those are thrown off. It's fine. There we go. Oh, don't fall. I mean, might as well just use it on them. And I don't know if there's actually anything over there. But we're gonna go. Sorry. One more time. Not doing anything. Stamina's being used. Can't function. Which is lame sauces. What? Okay. Then we get all of these. They get to live in their habitat. Still don't understand how to get up there. Get the ribbon whenever we eventually get the ability to learn more. So right now I'm just stuck doing this. It's still weird to me, but that's okay. So weird. But I'm gonna do this. And then I know I can't really make much more, but it's like, why would I make them here if I can't get more? Like, the possibility of getting more, I still don't get it. Like, I'd rather have Choco Cat. Like, that just makes more sense. And then there's this whole field, which is like totally probably growing some, and it's just like, great. Fantastic. Okay. But I think, honestly, now that takes care of everyone except one thing. So, sorry. Let's go and get steamy somewhere. Oh my gosh! I got a new little icon. Okay, I didn't even notice. Yeah, I mean, just his best friend. Okay, but instead of Max, it has a little ring over it. Okay. Well then, let me find... Okay. You're on the move. Of course, you always go to the... I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get some mineral. What? I got what? What, bro? You were just in here. Cool, I'll get that in a moment. Oh my god. Alright, cinnamon roll. I'm so glad that you're my friend. The only thing better than a new friend is becoming old friends. I spent a lot of time moving around on the island. Would it be helpful if I could collect things for you at the same time? I need your help. Sure. Okay, so I've noticed that once they become your best friend, they do have different dialogue, which I'm terrible at reading. And secondly, since I don't talk to them, that's that's what we were learning there. But also, with that, they're willing to collect stuff for you. I have not asked a single soul to collect anything for me. Except for the knoll. I don't know, it feels weird. Because I'm so used to the knoll. Let's go to the heart of the island, which I don't understand why it was there over there, but okay. Yeah. What? What? We'll see what happens. Oh, poor Spirit. We need to make her happy again. If anyone can, it's you. She's sure to smile seeing you. I wish I could do more. Even my ears aren't big enough to hug the whole island. When you whisk around the island on your deliveries, it feels like a hug. It does? Makes sense to me. Of course, your presence is a hug. I'm glad you rescued me from the mailbox. And that we're on the adventure together from the bottom of the ocean to the top of the clouds. And then... Yep. That's the new pattern. So this is kind of the pattern 2 to want you to, of course, max out everyone, right? Which some of them are going to be a longer way, some are going to be closer, but you get this cool little ring. So since I haven't been playing as much, it's going to be a little bit longer, but I think that's okay considering how many are still going to take, well, a while. Also, what? Why you gotta show what? What? Yeah, so I wasn't seeing things. Okay, that is a different kind of bug in its own. What? I want to see actually something. So let me just do this. To get out of here the old-fashioned way. The original way. Yeah, that's fine. So this would come up, but you're stuck going to the sunken ship, so that also needs to be fixed, because there shouldn't just be where you're stuck going here. That makes absolutely zero sense. And I thought it was going to be out there because that makes the most sense. Obviously, I know why, right? The icon of the island spirit is literally massive. But there's room to put it in a way that it wouldn't be interfering. So I hope that gets fixed. Because honestly, I'm not necessarily one to look at the tab all the time, to tab to the right location. I'm definitely a person who's like, and I see it, and I go. So it just would be a nice thing to have accurately as well, considering where you go and where you end up. Though theoretically, where you end up could be, right? Because you're going inside somewhere, right? So, okay, fine, tee-hee, haha. But in theory, and when you zoom out, it should just be over here. It should just be in here, at least. Because that would be more of an accurate representation. I'm not picking up those shells. I'm kind of just swimming. So, sorry, I brought up the wrong piece to the puzzle. So now, though, again, we have to get him as a resident, which I sure as hope that we can. We got to basically bake and make. So speaking of the map that I was just looking at, let's go over here. And thank you so much, Cinnamon Roll, for your efforts of helping the island spirit join me. So any of these. I could literally bake a whole bunch of these for no reason. I'm actually curious. Because if we make 100 of these confetti cakes, Hello Kitty makes this. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Okay, yeah, and there's the quest being complete. And then friends from Cafe Cinnamon Roll. Oh god. Espresso is resident as well as cappuccino. Makes sense, but also I'm still like, oh gosh. Okay. Every time I'm like, residents, they pull me back in. Are you inside? I understand a little bit why they don't put them all in their outfits, but I think they messed up on not having them in their outfits. Hopefully that will also be fixed. But I love sitting at the tables in the plaza and eating snacks all day long with espresso. Oh, by the way, I thought you might like this. Okay, we get hot cocoa. Perfect. Thanks for helping me out today. I'm going to head out tomorrow, so I'll see you around on my next vacation. Will you change, please? I'll try this one. Thank you so much. If we were better friends, I could see myself living here forever. So much better. So much better. And it's clear that they can wear other things, but like, what the heck? Why can't they just have anything? What? They're generic outfits. It's even on their icon. It always throws me off when they're not in their outfits. Okay. I'm gonna go do this. Let's see. Okay. Here it is. Totally visible. Absolutely. I'm gonna go do my favorite thing though and forge a little bit, because forging is fun. My favorite thing to do in any game. Need to talk to the characters? No. Collecting everything I see almost in sight? Yes. Void of any responsibility. What? Oh, okay. I was like, which way is it going? Gotta pick them up. Yeah, they're mushrooms. That probably was a little confusing, but okay. I'll pick that up later. I'm on the time crunch. Poof, poof, poof. Heck yes. Okay. And then there's the other, so I am behind a little bit, but it seems to at least give us... Ooh. So, we'll go to that one, collect those. This is... Oh my gosh, all the way over here. Okay. Sure. We'll go here first, and then we'll go down to it. Ooh. Oops. This was left over from weather. Being all steamy. Which, speaking of weather and being steamy, up next is rain somewhere. Fun. Okay. Went the wrong way about it, but that's totally fine. We will leave the iron there. And the sand dollar. Oh. Okay, I see. Sorry. I'm like, I cannot see it past there. Okay. That one was just a little trickier. Nice, a new one as well. I don't know why these are a little bit harder than the regular time trials for me. And then I guess the set path is a little bit more obvious. But now we gotta go back over here. So again, I think these are making up the days that I missed. Which is cool. Didn't expect it necessarily. Didn't know if it was even going to. Question is, which way are you going? Okay. Thanks, I think. Some of the stuff is new, so getting used to it. Don't know if he's even taking account to that, depending on how far you are, but probably yes and no. Oof. Oh, oof. Oof. Alright. And then we go back over here. Okay, cool. Colorblaze away. And then it's right here. I'll just pick you up too, no problem. Okay, now that totally worked. For a second I thought it didn't work. Oh no. What the heck? Okay. Sure, that made sense. Don't question it. Just keep going. Awesome. And yeah, this was okay. So this was for today's. And if I were to do it again, the last time I redid them, it was just like a sand dollar, which is cool. You get a little consolation prize, but really the true prize, of course, is the powder. That's really what we want. I'm not gonna trigger it again, but I'm gonna water this. Left over from some rain that fell at some point in time. And then we'll get this too, and we'll go water this as well. Again, it is nice to come across these if you miss out on the weather when you have the weather active, but I'm always like, oh my gosh, where? That is where to look. And then how long are they staying? Where they go? Forever. Oh, got wings. Back at it again. The light gray. This one is the teal work, and then of course we have this again, which is unfortunate. The ice cream, I just don't have any thread, and then again the problem is I just don't have any thread. That's because I haven't given him anything in a bit, let alone have made the effort to, you know, actually have the thread available. But before I guess I buy, just to be in the habit, when in doubt, be bold. How may I assist you? Stroll around as I selfishly buy from your shop. Whether you'll help me or not, that is up to you, buddy. Like I said, it's up to you, buddy. Thank you. Alright, because we need can go here, and this is where it can get really fun. With customizations, though, I do sometimes find it odd. Yeah, dang. Got 2 of these. I also am curious. What else does it... Interesting. I was like, what else does it say? But... I'm gonna go ahead and dye this for the heck of it. Oh boy. And then... There we go. I'm gonna go back here. My problem is remembering what I don't have. But ooh, black rose dress. Fancy. Yeah, ooh, interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna go with black for right now, but I like the options all the same, and remember feeling fancy, I could always change it, but I don't think I'll be wearing this anytime soon. I'm just doing this to have other options, which is always very hard to know, actually, too. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought I did. But I didn't fully remember, so I was a little bit weary, but... Okay, so then it's just lighter colors. Literally, lighter colors. Let's go with the lightest for the heck of it. And then when we go back here... Okay. And then yes, we do, but there was a reason why I did this, and that's to... change it up. Yeah, let's actually go with the white as well. Or a light. Again, more so. That, side of things, and then... Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. And then I'm just looking through here just in case. And yeah, I didn't know that we could. We only had to wear one time. That's good stuff. Okay, but then the tan detective hat or the gray. Okay. Cream those well. Interesting. Okay. Let's spice it up as well. Just add more variety. And then I'm just gonna Starfall. Oh, the rims can be different. Or the frames. That's cool. Lilac. I like lilac. Not quite always the color we go for, but cool. I forgot that he did get us an extra, didn't he? That's the only explanation. There's no other way. But again, like I said, it's hard to have him as a companion. But I think that takes care of all that I really wanted to. So. We're gonna take him though over to my Melodies shop. See if we can get ourselves a bonus item, as it were. Just having a good time. That's all I can say. Dancing the night away. Oh, paper. Interesting. But I'm gonna get this. So, steamy bench. Outside corner. So it will always be an inside kind of item. Then we get the cloud. Aquarium. I didn't realize actually... Oh, thank you. How much I had in Stardust at this point, since we haven't needed to make anything. That's cool. And I feel like I want to get this too, just in case. Might as well go back around and collect some sticks too. Very important. Oh, I mean, well, actually that does make sense. I have not been talking to her. Kind of want an extra just in case. That's really what I'm doing. Just like extra bits and pieces, because you never know. Okay, now you go over there. Weird. My bad, homie, though. I'm gonna be real. I don't think I have anything with the icon that it was talking about. I think I only well, maybe if it only was nicer. I think I only have it in the one. I don't really know. I mean, maybe I do. I think that is. Let me see. Okay, so only that part. I mean, I guess if we want to go really basically, that does not look what I think it does. Also, I totally forgot that. There, let me see again. Okay, there's the front. I forget that that's an option. I'm still not used to the customization part of this, so... Okay, that makes a lot more sense, though. And then what's... Interesting. Okay, and that's why there's 3 on the side. I'm kind of picking up what they're putting down, but I was gonna say this barely looks white. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit. That isn't too bad. I'm gonna do it this way. Oh my god. So expensive. I don't have her with me. Do I care? It's like I care, but I don't care. I'm gonna say I don't care right now, but deep down I care. It's fine. There we go. Okay, so I was just trying to figure out the right one because yeah, the little tags for all the items are a little much. That one, quest-wise, wasn't difficult, but hello. It was a little bit off in the sense of having you look at what you need to look at for that. Unless you just know. Unless you just got the stuff, like the back of your hand, you just know it. I don't have that. I'm definitely on the slower side of things when it comes to that. But let's go ahead and get this. Oh my gosh, I always want to hit the wrong thing. I think I will get the mirror this time. Oh, thank you. That's why I have them with me. Again, that's usually the button. So then the last little thing that I really would want to get, of course, is this just to fill it out, but I would probably want another lantern because I just like having things in twos. But if we quickly take a look over here at collections and for events in particular, for the Colorblaze, there's just a little bit more to go, and well, I don't know if I'm gonna really get there. Just, I mean, sure, this is doable. The outfits, though, I'm a little unsure, and again, some of that was from previous times, but if we look at the rewards, just very briefly, which I rarely look at as well, we tab over here. I mean, 1 week being left, and then of course this is not anything I'm super concerned with either, so goodbye springtime celebration. Pretty much. And then that one is complete, but there's nothing, at least in the lineup, as of yet. So that is the breakdown. But let's go ahead now and talk to big challenges. And it looks like Tuxedo-sama is not, you know, part of the quest, so what you want? What you need, buddy? Garl, what are we doing today? Can we break something else? Hey. I don't know if the island will last if every day is arm day. Garl, I don't know. There are a lot of rocks on Gemstone Mountain. Perhaps something more relaxing today? There's only one person for that. Recovery day is my favorite. Garl, I guess so. Why do you think we should talk to? Who do you think we should talk to about relaxing day? I do believe Pompompurin is a master in the art of relaxation. Garl, okay, then let's talk to Pompompurin. Okay. Well, I hate to say. Where you going, buddy? He's been summoned, so he must go to his spot. That's what's happening. At least that's how I like to view it. Where are you, buddy? Ah, oh, then there's stuff. I usually do like to kind of go over here. You're gonna go to that spot, that's fine. I'm gonna just let you do your thing. Don't want to interrupt the flow. But yeah, that's always been funny to me with the quests, is that they when they're part of it, how they head over to where they need to be. Oops. As quickly as I possibly can. Which, to be fair, it's pretty fascinating to see them live going to where they need to go. But, yep. Cool. I wanted to make absolutely sure that he was going inside. So. Exclamation point. The light. The naps. You need help relaxing? That's my favorite thing to do. Let me think. Well, need some supplies, but it's an awful lot of work. Just give me the list. I'm here to help. Thank you. Okay. Some mood music, chocolate shakes, and fruity cheesecakes for everyone. Give me the supplies when you have them, and we'll be ready to relax. Oh no. Okay. Well. Oh boy. Okay. I'm just trying to think of who I actually want to have for this. So, luckily / not very luckily, everyone is down to dance right now. So, we're going to talk to... Oh, well, and luckily there's also something else over here. But gonna talk to you, buddy. It's always wonderful to learn a new skill, don't you think? You're gonna come with me. Absolutely, we're off on an adventure. Okay. So, one of the rare times where actually having this crafting bench is really nice over here. Who would have thought? Who would have? Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm thankful for the nugget that we have. That is the ingot. But the nuggets that we didn't need to use. It's okay. He doesn't need to help us out or anything. I don't blame him. It's weird that we... I mean, not that we could, but it's weird that this is here. That we could see it here, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. 24! Oh my gosh. So expensive. I was trying to see, yeah. So I used them on the refrigerator. Pain, and then this is thread, which I do not have a single drop of. So actually, was there really truly anything else that I really want to make with you? So it's kind of also why I talk to you. I guess this. Oh yeah, and the beeswax, right. Being made as well because... There we go. Of Choco Cat's ability that cannot be used, so I don't understand why you would not just craft other than just the tedium of it all, but I mean, have him as a companion and to do this, I don't see why not. And then I need Hello Kitty. Thank you. 5 extra, and then... You know, since I haven't. And these are very pretty in their own way. Cottage armchair. It's okay, I'm only making one anyways, so I understand. Don't pretend that we don't need those at least anytime soon. The wooden blocks. Bookcase. Coffee. Table. Oh my gosh, thank you, finally. Okay, I'm going to need to make more. And that's okay. That's what I've been hoarding all the sticks for. This. Man, this is from the worms. So let's have more sticks. You made an extra stick. Extra 6 sticks. Say that 5 times fast. Never. Okay, yeah, and that's the difference. And let's do it and see what he gives us in return. That's probably the most thrilling, chilling. 25. With an extra 12 on the side. Nice. Okay. So we can go back here, and in turn, let's make the dining table. I wanted to make these for a bit, but just have waited because we kind of sort of needed the wooden blocks for a while, and well. Yeah, and then I've held off on using this because then I made the sheep. It's all a balance. Thank you. Extra cottage flooring is so nice of you, Choco Cat. The ottoman. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, dude. When he comes on through, it's nice. When he doesn't, I cry a little on the inside. Because I'm like, why? Why do this, Choco Cat? Why? Okay. And then that should take care of that. I'm terrified of taking care of the things in the Yummy set, even though I've kind of sort of done it. I don't really understand these floor stars, but you know what? They're cool looking. So let's go ahead and make them two. And then... It's okay, you can... You don't have to. You can just not, and that's fine. Thank you, see, but you know, when you come on through with that extra purple just for the sake of having purple. Alright. So. Oh my gosh, it doesn't know where to go. Neither do I. Neither do I. Is everyone done? Okay, no. Thank goodness. Hi. Hi again, really. Join me. I mean, I didn't think time went by so fast, but as soon as their time is up in the dance hall, they are headed back home, as it were. And speaking of home, go here. Okay, it's still trying to catch up. And it's raining in the Merry Meadows. Okay, that's cool, because now we have actually other places that we can go to collect. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Well, where they could be. So, okay, it's none of these. I meant this. I'm used to the other thing. With these, no. Liz, I don't think so. Okay, so the big thing, the big takeaway is the fact that I've not made anything. That is the thing. Yeah. So these appeared after some point, some point being an update. So this still blows my mind, but I'm assuming I take this because that's just cheesecake. And then, for example, any fruit thus creates what I'm thinking. I can only hope. Thank you. So that's one, for example, for banana. And then so forth, right? But we do have 100% basically we get back. So I don't necessarily have to go through the motions, as it were, but this is also kind of where it's like, oh, I hate a little bit of the redundancy. Because then at this point, like, why couldn't it just been like a very specific cheesecake, for example, right? I mean, I don't know what would be fruity, like just straight up fruity, other than, and I mean, see, like that, like, I mean, that makes sense. But like for some of these that have the parentheses is what I fully mean, just because, yeah, I mean, sure. But then why not just have, like, what I thought too, to be fair, when it came to these recipes, I thought that we were gonna have to combine ones that we already made to then create this. So for example, it'd be like 2 of these or 3 of these or something like that, which I think would have made more sense than this. Personally. But that's okay. Because at least then now we have the strawberry one. And then, so, sorry, it retains the last thing I was on. So then this, because we're here, why not? Okay, and that's just a fruity one as well. So then, for example, sure, starfruit, fine. Then this. And then thank you, because that was already one, but never quite. Made that. I'm just gonna see what this does. I have no idea, it could just be generic. That makes sense. That's huge though, chocolate cheesecake. Oh my gosh. Now I did look up a guide for some of these, but I haven't since looked up a guide since we've gotten the cheese. Turtle? Turtle? I don't know baking. But okay, that's another one, so... That's funny. Got the recipe, never made one. Sure? I don't even know. Purple. Totally makes sense. Okay, and that makes sense. Sorta, kinda. I mean, give or take how you want to look at it. I mean, I'm gonna use an egg. And then that's just a cake. Right. Of course it's just a cake. Why would it be anything but a cake, right? What happens if I take the confetti? Also a cake. See, like, some of this is just like, why? Like, it's just disappointing. At least I just found it disappointing after a point, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to try to guess anymore. I'm just going to go onto the interwebs and be surprised that there is a pumpkin one. But okay. Feels better to get through. I guess a better chunk. I do really want to know what these are. Like, part of me is like, let's just try, like, sugar kelp and then be disappointed. Yep. But that's okay. More cakes. Yay. I'll look up the piece again at some point and then just clear them out. The only thing I don't have cleared out is the, like, any more omelets or crepes for sure. That is something that I've not done. But let's go back to the Oasis and see what we can do in terms of the final pieces. But hopefully that was fun to see those come to life, as it were, since I haven't been onto the old baking bit in quite a bit. Now, was this? No, this was totally cleared out. Okay. Let's do that. And then thank you. Just make those extras. All right, so we've got plenty more than we need. I didn't expect that. Okay, let me actually give you what you love. Wowzers. And then also just do this. So, perfect. Now we go to the beach. Well, I'm gonna open up the small one. Open up hers, get more flour. Open up all. Ah. We'll never get his hat. Karopi was so easy. I'm kidding. I just want to focus on all the ones that still need to build up the friendship, and then who knows, we may loop it in the future again, but that's my goal. So cute. This is the life. I don't know if I'm good at this sort of life. It takes practice. Really? Sitting around lazily takes practice? Oh yes, absolutely. I'm a master at relaxing. I'm with big challenges. I'm not a master at relaxing, but I think I do a good job of looking like I am sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna be with big challenges. The trick is to just be where you are, enjoying where you are, the people around you, and the moment. Because it is the only time this moment happens. This is actually kind of scary. Just sitting with my thoughts. Some people say that at the beginning, don't worry, it gets easier. Yeah, I love this. It's hard to just think. You do get better at it if you practice. It's a different sort of challenge. Thank you, Papa Puddin. No problem now. I think it's time for a nap. This was another excellent day. I'm having fun spending time together. Same time tomorrow, we can have a third adventure. All right. Huh. Was that a big adventure? Was it though? I mean, maybe. Maybe, but curious as to where this is going. I really would like for, and what I thought was going to happen was for us to progress through it a bit more and see if we could actually make him another surfboard. That's what I was really and have been like, like, are we gonna need the materials for it? But we shall see when that time comes. I mean, as much as Top Hat is against anything, air quotes, fun, maybe you can turn a new leaf of sorts and feel like, you know, it's worth it. Because, I mean, after all, if they are friends, it is worth it. A balance, though, of course. It's always a balance, and that's always hard to get to, but all the same. When it boils down to it, be too overbearing, still might do it. Be less overbearing, sometimes that can just lead to still more trouble, but a good balance. Now, speaking of overbearing, or not entirely, with now where we stand, as it were, with the quests, we're basically at a waiting game, to say the least. But one good thing is that Aro is a resident, and I'm very happy for it. As for the next, hopefully Lo will be one, but speaking of one, hasn't come by, so you know, dang it. But I don't really understand entirely the pacing when it comes to them visiting. I mean, it's like just they're not traveling, but I made it, and then there's the 1 star, right? And then supposedly that's their time visiting, but the only reason why that changed too, if you're paying attention to the dates, is because we completed the quest. That still terrifies me to have every single fruity one, but that's totally fine. Yeah, I understand that some of them too are not quite there yet with their season, if you will, but it'll be interesting to see what happens for the future visitors. So, speaking of, which is not in our total future, is that, well, we've gotten through more cheesecakes, but we're almost also done, which is cool. And then here we go, also with just a breakdown. I have no idea. And I mean, it could be something cheese related. Again, no idea. And then of course, yeah, this is the egg station is going to be the most because I cannot be bothered with those eggs. But I would love to have the food collection done. If you want to say it's done. Here again is the breakdown of getting all those recipes. Still again, plenty more. But speaking of the cauldron, I still think there's something fishy about that cauldron because we're missing some. That we are. And then of course the recipes break down for each individual piece, so that's why there's more recipes than actual food. As for plans, let's go. Getting almost to 200. We got another one of those, which is nice. The Dark Vonman, totally butchered it, but still happy to come across another one. Then for basics, still funny that's basic. Cottage furniture, we're slowly getting the recipes for, so eventually we'll get those. And then for Dreamy, first one for Dreamy, because I have not traded in. Nope, not a single bit. Then we got these two tunes, and then also an outfit due to opening a very special radiant chest. We made those, and they're considered trinkets, which is always interesting. And then for weather, we got another one for the Sonator, which again is really interesting how they break these up. Then for achievements wise, hospitality, way to go for us, for Cappuccino's first star, and then 5-star visitors, we got RO. So again, 34 though is the total, which is a little intimidating. But speaking of those chests, so I don't really know how many there are in total. But oh yeah, okay, so we're just gonna open this too. I really want to take care of the ones up in the clouds as much as I knew where they were. I might have missed one, might have not, but we got Hello Kitty's cafe table. Fair enough. I mean, cafe table away. I kind of know where some are in the water, not entirely, and actually maybe being over here is actually the better one. I know there are of course some in the spooky swamp. Of course that entrance. I don't know, speaking of the entrance, if there are any in the or at least that were super obvious in Merry Meadows. But yeah, so like once we're done, right? Let's say that you're done getting all the radiant chests, like what happens from there? But here's one with the shell, of course. So use it, sure. I know there's also one above as well that I didn't open earlier that we went by. We got a comedy club table. So of course where we find these are gonna, you could say, relate, I guess you could say, to the area. It's not there, of course. Sure. Fantastic friends. There really wasn't, because we've gone around so much. And then those crates. I've messed up those crates before. It's very great. Let alone these stone arches. But it's not the end of the world. I thought I saw where I wanted to be, but no, I'm seeing things. crate. Okay. I know the render isn't so great. So there's that trouble too. Aha. Okay. So we're just gonna do it. Sure. Okay, Hello Kitty Island Adventure soundtrack. Excellent. I love how those crates are just there. But there we go. Ah. Of course, this is not one on one of the crates, but Comedy Club chair. Okay, let alone getting that soundtrack. Oh my gosh, that rock is floating. And as I saw it floating. You could kind of see them. I just don't know if they answer my questions. But not the end of the world. Again, there should be a counter for how many you used. Like how many you have and then how many you used, because there's no way. Hello Kitty armchair. Oh, okay, so this is where you get the other Hello Kitty items, which you could say is not really Rainbow Reef themed, but more so Seaside Resort. Which would make a lot of sense for where we are at. And this is where, like, panning the camera would be nice. No. That is being able to pan it. Oh. Okay. Sure. Something actually appeared there. Why not? Am I missing a spot though? I don't know. I know I could have sworn. Guess not that I fully know. Yes, okay. I could have sworn there was one also nearby here. So damn. So that is the sign. So magnificent ocean theme requires a key. So I did finish up with the keys. Kind of feeling, but yeah. That is where we stand. So though, if we take a look here, we got the Hello Kitty armchair, and then we're very, very close into finishing up Hello Kitty. As for basics, didn't think about those being basic, but that's cool. And then for disc, getting there. But looks like rain is on the horizon. But that looks to be all that I can do for now. So it's gonna be a little bit till the next time, and it might not be quite the same. That is when we get more of the keys, but I really hope that the payoff will be worth it. Again, I'm not the hugest fan when it comes to the RNG in this game. When it comes to getting those personally, I just don't see the point entirely, and I don't know too what the percentage is of getting them. Like, they don't feel super low, but they also don't necessarily feel super high either. So it's this really kind of sort of ugly, you could almost say, balance of what is available and what isn't available, which is unfortunate, but so be it too, I guess, when it comes down to it, because I mean, I gotta get you coming back somehow, right? But I feel like it just isn't justified in a lot of ways, but maybe that's just me being picky, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But speaking of being picky, at least one thing that could help us get more, which I have literally zero proof of, but I got so much of this confetti. So, and the fact that, again, we get 100% back, might as well, because I've given it to the plant before. Again, I hope though the plant isn't expecting too much from us, but I hope all the same that at least it counts towards something. Also, since I did break cap multiple times, it seems like it hasn't gone away. We also got some, of course, from the DLC stuff, but deluxe version stuff. I want to say DLC, don't know why. At least, though it kept our count, like, instead of like, oh, you can't collect anymore unless you use it, which we really didn't use either because, oops, the game also didn't really put it into account at all. I think that was a mistake. That is the cakes in particular. They're like, oh yeah, just trade in confetti. Cake? What cake? But yeah, I meant to also come up here for these. Okay. Don't need to go there. You can go here. There isn't a lot here, so it's just me collecting kind of the basic little route that I've chosen to go to. And it's Gemstone Mountain now that has the rain. Cool, I guess. I didn't see any flowers spawning up there though, so other than the only thing that really spawned was critters, which is cool too. It's because it's storming. That's why I can't climb. The stamina is low, so we'll fall back down. And we land. So I guess you could say that finding the critter was cool. That is this critter. But otherwise, kind of a little bit of a bummer. Ah. Now I'm just gonna get teased every time I walk by him because I can't use a key on him. But in due time we will be able to use a key again once I again have more. But I think the last little bit here, at least that I like to do, just to sort of keep it up, if you will, can't pass me, Rockadoodler, is of course be over here to collect a little bit more of the sticks, the shinies, you know. Always good to collect what you find. Never know when you're gonna need it most. But besides this pretty much, you could say, wraps it. That one will flee. That's fine. Because that one's always here, no matter what the weather. And then this is the only special one. That, leave the null. So with that, we'll leave the rain, and I guess for next time we might have, well, of course we're gonna have our general weekly quests, and then also we'll have our, you could say, then daily, and then whichever will show up, which right now is just about big challenges. Which feels only a little bad in the sense that it could and would be nice if we could have a little bit more going on, but really that's based off of residencies. And while I'm working on it, it is going to be a bit, and hopefully though when we do get to that point, it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited for the flower one in particular, for the hibiscus, just because it's interesting. Let's go with peculiar. Because why not? I really want the shell. As for, though, the rest of how things are gonna look and things are gonna go, I will do my best to at least scour what I can when I jump in. We won't be at the same capacity as past times, but I'm at least looking forward to when and if there is going to be an update for the game to have us really experience some more new things. So that's the thing. I have no idea too about what it's going to be like, well, let alone trying to level up certain cats, but level up everyone else at this point that's just left behind. I mean, I think everyone was more or less at least close in some ways, and luckily, if I'm remembering correctly, we only have to get to 20. Easy. I don't know why Top Hat was lower than that, other than, I guess, story reasons that maybe we learned, maybe we didn't. Maybe you haven't, or maybe you have, but it's interesting to be able to complete him first, if you will. Because he seems like to have way more than even some of the other characters. Like, for example, I'm like, yo, why is Pochcoco so high? Let alone, I again would have taken Choco Cat's level to be higher for friendship, and thus, again, have a better chance at receiving items back. Let alone even receiving them for the creation station, which I'm still at a loss for all of that, considering that we don't have some instructions to create anything with what we've been collecting. So I hope that reveals itself at some point. I would love to be able to make more things, and maybe that has to do with Wish Me Mel. Don't really know though, for sure, and haven't tried to look up too much other than mostly recipes or Gudetama or hiding and so forth. But yeah, I'm lost. I missed 2, that's fine. Oh yeah, I didn't really go around and get those. That's okay too, that's why they're there. 4 for those, 12 for that. I might just do that because, oh my gosh, it's a pain in the butt to get those. 3, 9, still pretty good. Haven't really gone around. There is actually an area that I can't reach yet, so that's fair. Can't believe 1 seed is left. Whoops. Okay, those are always there, and I don't need them, so we'll go ahead and get those, and we'll have them available to us. Otherwise, you gotta play a little mini game, which is a fine thing to do, but not necessarily something that I'm interested in. So I'm going to actually dismiss. Got big challenges, okay? No thanks anymore. Have fun. And again, I haven't asked them to collect anything because I don't know if I really want that on them. Which means then I'll really have to talk to them. Oh no! Just kidding. I guess that would be an honest trade. But let me see something here. So let's release some fish is still weird to me. Something else? What's up with you? Ultimate Comics. Okay. So we're making Ultimate Comic Book Editions. Awesome. So this is something that I chose already, and I knew I had another one, but I didn't know how to get there, and I've kept on forgetting about it, so I finally remembered. So my amazing melody, and thus that means that this one is complete. My bad. It's just there's so many options when you talk to them that it just got lost into the void, which is maybe also why I don't really like talking to them, because then I'm like, oh god. How how am I gonna get there? But there you have it, and that will also complete your collection, so be sure to do that if you want to get those cleared out. That's something that you care about. Now, one thing that I do care about, sometimes maybe we'll just be the same, who knows for the future, but I do like switching it up. And one that I noticed was it, yeah, it was this one of being extra super blue. I don't think I was extra super blue yet, or if I am, I'm bringing it back because I'm feeling blue, you know? Everything is blue. Ba-da-dee-ba-da-da. So, we are going to also change this a little bit, and I do wish these were together. I don't know why in this view they're not. It's very odd to me, but that's okay. I'm gonna bring back the monocle look because that's one of my favorites. It is still springtime, so we can still rock these if we want to, just because they match, and I'm totally down for that. So again, even if I'm bringing it back, I'm just feeling blue, so we'll be blue. At least I'm just calling it blue. But of course, for next time, be a little bit of a gap again in between days, but all the same, again, it should be pretty straightforward when we jump back into it all, and Colorblaze will still be blazing away. Again, if we take a look here, and I'll tab over, we still have a week to experience it, but if I don't log in, I will be missing out, and that's okay. I'm gonna be okay with it. But the one thing I really would like to get to is this one, so I'm excited to get to that in particular. Besides that though, I'll be missing out on this, which only bothers me this much, but as long as I get the one piece, I'll be happy for it. I don't think I'll be putting any of those outfits on personally, but it's been fun to at least have another event going on, since also springtime is just about wrapping up as well. So speaking of that, the springtime event, I would say, has been fun. It was in particular fun to, of course, thank you, get the petals, however mysteriously they've blown onto the island, as well as, of course, getting the items here. Now granted, some of the items were again from the deluxe bundle, so I don't really think anything of those items. Don't know what it's like if you don't have them, but I don't really know what to do with the rest of these. To be honest, I know though that my habit is to, of course, you know, have duplicates if I possibly can. I have already placed some of these items though, so that's why they're only showing one, and I just got that as a spare, but I'll let that just sit for a bit, and next time I'll probably splurge and of course have Tuxedo Sam, because having Tuxedo Sam as a companion is very important if you want to get the maybe % chance of getting an extra bonus item in return. And speaking of return, I think we have returned to, again, more chiller times, but also more friendship time to grow our friendships closer, because I didn't again notice it before, but ever since, of course, talking to the island spirit, now they do have an extra little bit around their heart, which I think is very sweet. But this also makes me wonder what in turn is in store when we have everyone there. Now granted, some of them have to get to 20, and 20 is a long ways off. Especially when it comes to some of them. I'm only bringing them up because it's like they're only on 11. They just barely passed it, and of course let's not look at Hello Kitty, so being 25, we'll get there. Hello Kitty's at least closer than some. Now granted, I did use, of course, some of these blossoms, and I know we could always go here, I guess you could say, for the keys, by the way, but I mean, when you go up to it, a radiant chest, it should just tell you how many you have and how many you have remaining. I mean, it just makes sense to me. But either case, I did use some of these, and that's one benefit for having the deluxe bundle, right? Because they'll say deluxe island bouquet, and it would have said deluxe friendship bouquet. I used the deluxe ones already, and then we also had some other ones earlier on here, but now that I don't and I can't just, you know, singly just give the one little flower to them, which that was probably the best part. Having to go through and technically reset everyone is not ideal at this point, given that mostly everyone's done, unless I cared about the stuff that they give, which, to be fair, Tuxedo Sam does give something very important, but I'm just holding out. I gotta say that also kind of makes this slow crawl even slower, so hopefully, though, we'll just keep on chugging through, and I don't really know how many we really have to bring to the island either, but it seems like almost that it's still gonna be quite a bit, to be fair, which is fair, but also a little unfair when, again, the leveling is as it is right now, which is still not very great. You're adorable. Like, it could be just slightly better in regards to, at least you could say, when you give them something that they love. Which, speaking, sorry, of that and what they love, unfortunately, we cannot still give Wish Me Well what she actually loves, because she's just on a different plane and planet, which is a little bit of a different piece to this, that while it is fun to discover what they love, and also you get hints, you know, when you talk to certain characters, sometimes you don't get hints at all. Sometimes you get double of the same hint. And then it's like, that is for the same character. And then it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this information? It kind of defeats the whole point, now doesn't it, if I'm gonna try to get information from them. Now, I don't know if that was an oversight or what have you, and who knows where exactly it would go. It makes sense, sure, why some of them wouldn't know and others would know, but I feel like that was again, a bit of an oversight, to say the least, when it comes to, again, some of them. Now, again, I'm grateful that I was able to figure it out by giving them what they did, but I also do wish that we were able to get there sooner in some ways. And what I mean by sooner is just have it so that we would have the recipe, at least, for what they actually love sooner, because otherwise, again, right, when you're just giving them kind of basic stuff, it's just, oh my gosh. And especially if they don't actually like very much, let alone love very much of anything, which makes sense, right? If you really, really love something, you don't want it to be so much, except if you look at Keroppi. Oh my gosh, Keroppi is like easy mode. To say, out of all the characters, for sure. And Dance with the Blossoms base mix, nice, new music. I rarely swim under there, so my bad. But it is too bad that for at least the, honestly, I mean, it feels like honestly for the rest of them, in a way. I mean, maybe because it's just, Keroppi is one with the island, right? But it just felt like a miss. Or if some of them, you know, you think are gonna be the one, right? That they're gonna actually like, it's just not it. And it's just, it feels bad, man. Or maybe if two, which I know would require more effort on their part, programming wise, but oops, that you would be able to learn a little bit more through and two with them when you talk with them. That would be nice, so that you could figure out what they actually love, because I mean, I still feel like I'm grasping at straws when trying to give them to Wish Me Well, which at least with the 2 hearts it is better than just 1 heart, but I would love to give what she actually loves. And to be fair, the only time that we've seen it is in a certain little mini game that I'm refusing to play. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mini game is just fine. I don't really have an issue with it, but I wouldn't necessarily want to give what I won in the mini game. Oh, I rather just be able to have it and kind of be done with it, so to speak. But I mean, so be it, I guess. It will Starfall again. There's that. And then if we take a look again at the fishies, there's still 2 fishies actually. Haven't really gone after them. Wait, let me look into them again. Sorry, I just noticing fishies because I thought we were gonna come across some new ones when we reached further places, but I think these are all the standard ones that we already have come across. So maybe they're in the other area. I really wish we didn't have to climb the vine to get past the wall, but I understand. I just decided to come here and ramble because it rained, so I figured why not come here and explore and pick these up since we haven't been able to do that since it's rained here last. We didn't have this, or these areas available to us, but I knew they were here. But of course they weren't here either at the same time, right? But yeah, I did fish up here, but I didn't find them. Unless it's nighttime that I need to fish, which is entirely possible. But either case, going back to the other bit, it just would be nice to just come across them a bit sooner, and then also to learn more instructions. I don't really understand that either. Whoops. I'm just missing the whole premise, I guess, of what it means to... Okay, I guess it counted that it watered it to some point. But I don't know where I was going with it. Lost my train of thought because I got distracted by flowers because I forgot those were there. But something about a premise. I guess, oh, the premise, sorry, of, I guess, the creation station, but I don't understand the way to get them, I guess is where I was trying to go with that. But I think, I mean, canceled it. Minus just, I guess, the last final spot. I think we did a good job of going around. Also, of course, collecting the the Starfall leftovers too. My bad. So now with all of that, I guess we'll just leave it there with everything else that we have to look forward to. So, of course, next time, what will the challenge number 3 be for big challenges? Or will it be even a small challenge? Will we actually then even progress with a certain surfboard? And then since now that it's up to us, basically without any quest showing up to bring a friend, which friend that is max friendship will be brought next to say hello to the island spirit, and thus things change in the heart of 1. And 2, will we get any visitors? Whether they be, you know, sort of past or in a way present all the time, so that we can build up their friendship and have them move in to none other than the one and only Friendship Island. I guess only time will tell, but that will be next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, once again, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Lister Lise, and I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be.